when we look at the Russian invasion of Ukraine chart, we notice that the partial solar eclipse on April 30th is going to make a direct hit on the Uranus of the Russian invasion of Ukraine horoscope. So that's very significant because eclipses are often warning signals giving an indication that there are unknown factors, not known unknowns, unknown factors in the state of affairs that will erupt in an unexpected way, especially when you have Uranus involved, causing dramatic and unanticipated developments of events. So we look at the Ukraine transit black box and we see this is the time of the eclipse right here. So we haven't even seen the worst of it yet for Ukraine. Ukraine's putting up a good fight. At least they're winning the communications war. And you see now a beginning of a collapse, right? So this is the eclipse. Now remember, the eclipses work differently. You don't have to wait for the eclipse. The eclipses project its energy generally most intensely 30 days before the event. So we go back 30 days, right? We're talking about late March, and that correlates very close to this very intense set of transits and solar arcs that are going to be hitting, especially the fact that solar arc Saturn is going to be opposing the Ukrainian sun. So the reason I'm showing you all of this is the fact that this Uranus here is going to be set off. So this Uranus here, so it's showing me that we're going to see an escalation of events and possibly a situation where we could see a Russian jet or a Russian ship shoot a NATO ship, especially over Romania, over Turkey, especially look at the fact that Istanbul. So I believe these countries here are going to get pulled into it, or they'll become a center of focus. Also, the fact that Uranus would also indicate to me that this is the timeline in terms of how much longer Ukraine has, the current government of Ukraine has. So it's looking like to me around between now and the 30th of April before the Russians completely overrun them. So that's a timeline. And of course, it doesn't end there. The war doesn't end. And the fact that we see now there's 3 million refugees have fled Ukraine. So more than 3 million people. And it's now presenting a crisis here, right? It's the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. And the fact that if you look at the Ukraine horoscope, Ukraine is going to get hit by another eclipse following the April 30th eclipse, with the lunar eclipse making a direct hit to its Mercury, Jupiter, Venus triple conjunction in Leo. You could also argue it's going to hit what's within range of the moon. So you're going to have transiting Saturn on the moon while the eclipse hits the moon and sets off that opposition with the triple conjunction in Leo. So what does that mean? That means we are going to see things really, really escalate.
The full presentation of this webinar is available in the Global Transformation Astrology membership at gta.williamstickevers.com.